it's hot.
In the cold, there's none to fear.
Stand on the walk, announce the layout.
Within your past, can't change the day. Come back cold and acclimate.
Winter in Tusselville. Ice, snow, cold, harsh gust of wind. All the tourists have left our summertime village. Only the toughest of us are brave enough to stay and wait out winter by the fire with a mug of hot chocolate with whipped cream. Winter isn't over, but the worst is behind us. The snow is melting in the warmer parts of town. Oh, say, can you see more than 5 feet on a foggy night at the Tusselville Lighthouse?
Well, that'll do it for tonight's episode of Tusselville Talent Tonight. And oh, what a show it was. Cooking tips from Chris Woodward. And who'll forget the worm song from A.C. Kumar, accompanied by an amazing worm dance from Luddy. And of course, the latest spoken word piece from J.P. McD. What an episode! Many thanks to my cousin Poopy McMillan. I'm Walter Moore signing... Oh, hang on. I'm hearing from our director, Jimmy Overstreet, that we actually have a little more time to fill. Poopy, how about a little more music? Good citizens of Tusselville, J.P. McD's piece on winter tonight has reinforced my belief that we are a strong people. We earn our money from the tourist in the summer, and we stick it out in the harsh environment every winter. That makes us tough. Tusselville really is a magic spot. That's what my Uncle Dan used to tell me and my cousins when we'd sit by the fire. Isn't that right, Poopy? Good old Uncle Dan. I wish I could have known him better. Stories about him are legendary. He's the only person we know who could have found a way to die of hypothermia in the middle of the summer. I guess when it's hot around here, it's really just a relative thing. Anyway, good night, Tusselville. If you'd like to join us on the show, come to the studio on a Tuesday night. Tusselville Talent Tonight. If you don't catch us live, you don't catch us at all.
And that's a wrap. Great work, everyone. I am going to get the record button back on.
Great show, Poopy.
Yeah.
JP McD, you were amazing as always.
You got me thinking about Danport. He was really something else. If he was still around, he would perform in the show every week.
I wish he could have.
For all us cousins, he was our favorite uncle. What with his devil-may-care attitude and his love for poetry?
Of course he was. He was everyone's favorite. I didn't know you guys were old enough to remember him.
Some of my earliest memories are of us cousins sitting by the fire as Uncle Dan taught us funny rhymes.
It must have been fun poems for you to stay awake, Poopy.
What could I say? I'm tired.
Nice show, Jimmy.
Thanks, JP McD. Think about it. Tusselville Talent Tonight, live on location. Mr. Hitchens says the equipment is, too expensive, but I have offered to go in for half, and he seems amenable to the idea.
That's dedication, Jimmy. Most impressive.
In the cold, there's none to fear. In the cold, there's none to fear. Oh. Sorry, guys. I think I fell asleep for a spell.
Of course you fell asleep, Poopy. What do you think was going to happen when you wrapped yourself up in that nap-nap blanket?
I know, but it's just so cold. Anyway, what did I miss?
I was just talking about doing live, on-location editions of the show.
That would be real nice. It'll add a little excitement to the proceedings.
In the cold, there's none to fear. Where have I heard that before, Poopy?
It was my line from the poem that Uncle Dan taught us by the fire.
Right, you had Uncle Dan on your mind. What was my line in that poem? Remember, he gave each of us a line. I think I went first. It was, be careful at the magic spot.
That's it. Yeah, we each said a line. And then we all did the refrain together.
Yes. Alyssa.
Hi, Walter. How's the cold treating you?
It makes us tough. How's the warmth treating you?
I'm probably not as tough as I used to be, but I like being warm. Anyway, I'd like to reserve a spot to perform on your show next week.
Nice. You'll be back in Tussaville. I'll pencil you in.
My 2-year residency has ended at the Big City Lounge.
Everybody's gonna be so happy to see you.
While I'm home, I might let you take me around town.
But of course, I'll have to jump through a few hoops first, right?
Of course. Just answer one question. What was I wearing the last time you took me out?
Challenge accepted. Tess Howard, how are ya?
Great show last night, Walter, although you made a mistake about your uncle.
Okay.
He didn't think Tussaville was a magic spot. He thought Tussaville had a magic spot.
Can you elaborate? Magic how?
I don't know. I'm just telling you what your uncle believed.
Did you ever go there?
He took me there a few times when we were younger. We used to be sweethearts, you know.
Ooh la la.
It's out on Agony Ridge, where they found him dead.
Poor Uncle Dan. How does a guy die of hypothermia in the summer?
I don't know, but I'm still heartbroken about it. He was going to propose to me. He used to write poetry for me.
Bye-bye. Delivery!
Thank you, Walter. Everything we wanted. How about some hot chocolate?
Great show last night, but one thing.
Mrs. Howard already told me. It's not that the town is a magic spot. It's that the town has a magic spot.
Not that. It's just that Uncle Dan died before any of you were born.
I distinctly remember sitting at the fireplace after meals at Poopy's house. Uncle Dan taught a poem for all of us cousins to recite.
I even checked my scrapbook. See? He died in 1974.
So you're telling me that before family dinners at Poopy's house, the cousins and I would just sit by the fireplace and recite a poem out of nowhere?
You were all so creative.
Why don't you play us a song, son?
Okay.
You're an entertainer, just like your Uncle Dan.
You already have your answer?
Oh, I already know the answer. I'm just gonna drag it out a little longer for the drama.
You're bluffing.
This is a business call, actually. I'm gonna be running an ad for your appearance on the show next week, so can you send me over a copy of the most recent picture you have of the two of us together?
Nice try. The most recent picture of us was when you took me to the beach. I'll send a different one.
Don't bother. There's no actual ad. I was bluffing.
Clock's ticking.
Plenty of time. We were born in 78. Buster was born in 81. What about Melanie?
Well, she's the oldest cousin. She was born in 76. But according to this paper, Uncle Dan died in 1974. That's 2 years before she was even born.
And we were at least 6 or 7 years old when we used to recite that poem. That would make it the mid-80s, maybe even the late 80s. There's no way he was alive then.
It can't be that I was imagining it. Because you remember too, right?
Yes, I absolutely remember. It was the four of us right here at this fireplace. Uncle Dan gave each of us a line, and then he had us all recite it.
So that was a ghost or a shared hallucination?
I'm gonna go with ghost.
You should check with the cousins.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I'll start with Melanie. Come on, let's go.
Nah, I really need to nap.
Oh, come on, Poopy. You know I hate driving. You can nap in the car while I'm talking to her.
But that would be rude for me to go all the way to her house and not come in.
I'll explain it. She knows you. She'll understand. You can wave to her through the car window. Come on. So Alyssa is going to be performing at next week's show.
Ooh, lucky you. Old girlfriend back in town, huh? You gonna be taking her out or what?
I might be. She's going to make me earn it first.
Just like Alyssa, man. What a weird relationship you two have.
She says I can take her out if I tell her exactly what she was wearing the last time I took her to the beach.
Do you remember what she wore?
Nope, but I got time.
Let's roll.
All right, yeah, give him a big wave and a big smile so he knows you're not mad that he's not coming in.
How can I be mad at Poopy? I know he still needs his naps. I can't believe he still needs that nap blanket.
I know.
Does he still bounce that ball all the time?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Anyway, I need you to think back to those dinners we used to have at Poopy's house when we were kids. Do you remember?
Sure I do.
Do you remember when us cousins would sit by the fireplace after dinner?
Yeah, we'd recite that funny poem.
Yes. And do you remember who taught us the poem?
Yeah, you and Poopy and Buster made it up.
No.
Did you get it out of a book or something?
No. Uncle Dan taught it to us.
You mean Uncle Dan, who died of hypothermia on that warm summer night years before any of us were born?
Yes. He was right there, teaching us the poem as we sat by the fire.
I don't know, Walter. I distinctly remember the three of you always urging me to say my lines.
What was your line anyway?
I don't know. It was like 30 years ago.
It would start with me. I'd say, be careful at the magic spot. And then you would say...
Be careful at the magic spot. Do not go there when it's hot.
Yes, that's it. And then Poopy would say, in the cold there's none to fear. And then Buster would say something, and then there was the part that we'd all say together.
Do you really think our dead Uncle Dan taught you this poem?
That's right, Uncle Dan.
Uncle Dan. I'll tell you all about Uncle Dan at nap time.
Does she have a nap blanket?
She does, and hopefully she'll stop using it before she turns 40. Don't end up like your cousin Poopy.
So she remembers the poem, but not Uncle Dan.
Are we crazy or something? How can it be that we remember and she doesn't? I picture it clear as day. Us sitting by the fire and Uncle Dan teaching us that poem.
Me too. Exactly. We gotta find out what Buster has to say about this. He's probably performing right now with the Trailhead Troubadours. Let's go talk to him.
Grab a seat, tap your feet, do whatever you desire. You'll always have a place by the fire. Grab a seat, tap your feet, do whatever you desire. You'll always have a place by the fire.
Sounds amazing, guys. You know, I would love to have you on the show sometime.
You know, Walter, we love your show, but the Trailhead Troubadours, we make music for our own enjoyment, or the enjoyment of people around us. To record it or broadcast it would take the magic right out of it.
That's right.
Amen. Hey, when we make music, we make it for the moment and the moment only. Or my name isn't Buster H. McHenry. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not saying it's fake. Not implying that I'm all that great. I'm saying I don't want you to stay. I'll be on the break of day. Oh, baby, would it be alright? It was you and me tonight. I'm not saying I'm it. If you're looking for love, baby, please. It was you and me tonight.
Yeah, of course I remember Uncle Dan teaching us that poem. How could I forget?
Now you're talking. But get this, Uncle Dan died before any of us were even born.
That means you guys saw a ghost.
You might be right.
Walter, you remember Randy?
AKA Randy to the max, man.
It's been a while, but how could I forget Randy to the max? Good to see you.
I love your talent show on the TV.
Thank you.
Tussville Talent Tonight, what a great show.
It was an awesome show.
Every Tuesday we watch the show on Odilon's portable television.
We especially love how you don't record any episodes for reruns. If you don't catch us live,
You don't catch us at all.
We have taken it one step further with the Trailhead Troubadours. We don't even believe in broadcasting our performances.
Heck, Walter, we don't even play outside of these empty woods.
I can't believe Uncle Dan was a ghost when he taught us that poem.
I've never seen a ghost, but then again, maybe I have, and I just didn't know it. I mean, you guys didn't know you saw a ghost until just now.
That's right, Randy.
Think about all the ghosts we might encounter during our daily comings and goings.
Hey, maybe even Odilon here is a ghost.
Does Poopy remember?
You bet he does. Oh, and he's napping in the car right now, but he asked me to say hello.
Of course. That's Poopy. Napping any chance he gets.
Poopy is a legend. I see him snoozing all around town. If he ain't bouncing a ball to pass the time, he's wrapped in that napping blanket, sleeping soundly.
What did the adults think when we were being taught a poem by a dead man?
They just thought we were being kids, making up poems. Oh, and that reminds me. Melanie remembers the poem, but she doesn't remember Uncle Dan teaching it to us.
How did she know her line then?
She says we taught it to her.
Well, she is the oldest cousin. I mean, maybe she was just too old to see in the spirit realm at that point.
Only young people can see the spirit world.
I don't know. I'm just spitballing.
It's not a bad theory.
I'm pretty sure Stella here sees spirits. She's always barking at things I can't see.
That could be true. I mean, they say dogs and children could see all manner of things that adults don't.
What was your line anyway, Buster?
Let me think. It was stand on the rock, announce the year, and then it went into the refrain.
Let's turn that into a song.
Stand on the rock and announce the year.
Stand on the rock and announce the year.
Stand on the rock and announce the year.
Be careful of the magic spot.
Stand on the rock.
Do not use it when it's
And
hot.
announce the year.
In the cold, there's none to fear. Stand on the rock, announce the year. And then how did it end?
Within your past, can't change the date. Come back cold and acclimate.
What do you think this means, Poopy? Oh, hold on, I'll be right back. Hi, can I help you?
Hello, sir. We're from the Committee of Light. We'd like to present you with this light bulb.
May this bulb give you many luminance of hours during these cold winter months.
Is it free?
That's right, sir. We're a charity group that's dedicated to making sure that no one goes without light. Think about it. If your light goes out on a dark winter night, you don't want to have to go out in the snowy, icy conditions to get a new one.
Our mission is to inspire you always to have a plentiful supply of light bulbs in your home. This complimentary light bulb is a step in the right direction.
That's very admirable of you.
It means a lot to us to help the people of this fine community.
All right, well, thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one. Look at this. We got a free light bulb.
They seem nice.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on this poem, Poopy?
Well, I've got a theory if you want to hear it.
I would.
I think Uncle Dan discovered a place where time travel is possible. He dubbed this location the Magic Spot. This poem was his way of posthumously explaining to us cousins how we could use it if we wanted.
So if we go to this place and we stand on the rock and announce the year, we'll go back to that year?
But it'll only be back to the same month and day that you're leaving from.
What's all this talk of the cold?
My interpretation of the poem is that when you come back from the past, you come back cold. And if you come back cold on a hot day, the change in temperature is just too much for a body to take.
Uncle Dan died of hypothermia on a hot summer night. This explains it.
It was the instant transition from the very cold to the very hot that shocked his system and killed him. If you use the spot in the winter, you'll come back as cold as the air, which means there won't be any drastic lethal contrast to deal with. Your body can safely acclimate.
Let's test that theory tomorrow, Poopy.
Alyssa Caitlin Pouliot speaking.
I need a quick clarification. What was the exact date of the last time you and I saw each other?
It was a couple years ago, but I don't remember the exact date.
Can you check that photo that you took of the two of us? Is it still on your phone? You can probably find the date on it.
Hang on, let me check. Ooh, I look so cute in my outfit. How could you have forgotten?
Yeah. What was the date?
Huh, it was exactly 2 years ago today.
Got it. Thanks, Alyssa.
I'm not sure how that helps.
Oh, it helps. Gotta go. Thanks.
Hey, Walter, we've been loving the show lately.
Thanks so much. You know, we gotta get your pup playing fetch on the show sometime.
A couple years ago, he used to play fetch all the time, but now he's too old.
Take care.
See you on the TV.
Hey, Tess, you're always outside, even on these cold winter days.
The cold keeps you healthy.
True. Anyway, you remember that magic spot we were talking about? My Uncle Dan's magic spot?
How could I forget? He was the love of my life. He used to write poems for me. He drew me pictures.
Do you have exact directions to the spot?
It was up on Agony Ridge.
Sure, but was there any one specific rock that Uncle Dan considered to be the magic spot?
He liked a specific rock, but I wouldn't be able to tell you which one. There aren't so many rocks up there. You'll find it.
You really gotta hand it to Uncle Dan. It's a pretty brilliant plan he came up with. He probably knew we wouldn't be able to remember the poem individually, so he gave us each a line. And then he just hoped that eventually we'd put it together and figure out what it meant.
Sorry. They stopped making my favorite brand of bouncy balls a while back, and it just doesn't have the bounce it used to.
Do you think Uncle Dan is still floating around as a ghost out there?
Good question. Is he destined to eternally roam the world, able to communicate only with children?
Why can he only communicate with children?
Children have the closest connection to the beyond, because they arrived from it more recently than older people.
The beyond, yeah, that's exactly what Uncle Dan used to say by the fire.
I'm Uncle Dan, back from the beyond. Now let me hear you recite that poem.
So, one of these rocks is the magic spot. You mind if I try?
Have at it. I'm not certain I want to take a look back at the past.
Well, I do.
You gonna go back 1,000 years?
The poem says, within your past, and I think that means you can only travel back to a year in which you were alive.
Good point. You're probably right.
2020.
Are you using this amazing magic spot to find out what your ex-girlfriend wore the last time she let you take her out on a date?
That's correct. And apparently this is not the magic spot. What if the rock goes by the Gregorian calendar?
Well, that's good, because we go by the Gregorian calendar.
Oh, okay. But I mean, what if the rock goes by some calendar that we don't go by? 2020.
Well, I think the rock will know where you want to go in time, regardless of how you express it.
2020? 2020. Yeah, it probably speaks the universal language of time. Here we go. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. 2020. Poopy? I guess it worked. Poopy. Poopy, what's going on? Poopy. Poopy, can you hear me? Poopy. Poopy, the ball went that way. Didn't you see it? It's right by that rock, Poopy. Oh, come on. Turn around, Poopy. Turn around, Poopy. It's right over there by that rock. That was really nice. Could I maybe see you again before you leave?
I've got a million family visits between now and when I'm leaving. This will have to do until next time I'm in town.
You ever think about sticking around Tusselville?
No one's ever given me a reason to stay. Good night.
How'd it go, honey?
It was fun. I'll be there in a minute. I'm just taking off my boots.
Did he give you any reason to stay in town?
Nope.
Oh, Walter, how was it?
It's cold. It's really cold.
Oh, hold on, cousin. Acclimate. Acclimate. Here you go. Come on, Walter. Acclimate.
It's cold. It's really cold.
Walter, acclimate. Walter, you gotta acclimate.
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. Okay. No. It'll shock your system. That's exactly what happened to Uncle Dan. I can't let you have any hot chocolate. It's too much for you right now. You gotta acclimate slowly. You can do it.
It was really cool. I could just walk around and observe whatever I wanted. No one noticed me. I could even open and close doors without any issues. No one seemed to notice that either.
And did you find the information you wanted with your newfound superpower?
Sure did. Don't let me lose this. Don't go anywhere. I got something for you. What? Ta-da!
My ball! You witnessed me losing it 2 years ago?
Yep.
That's fantastic. I was so frustrated looking for it that
Yeah, you took a nap. I know. I watched it happen. Although, even if I didn't watch it happen, I probably would have guessed that you took a nap.
Now that it's not so cold, it's got its original bounce back. I love it.
It's acclimated.
Ha! Yeah, well, anyway, what do we do now?
I don't know. Part of me wants to tell the whole world about it, but another part of me thinks that might be a little dangerous.
It's definitely dangerous. It killed Uncle Dan.
True. In addition to that, it kind of feels like it's going against nature to go back in time like that.
There's nothing more natural than a rock in the woods.
Good point.
Do you think you'd do it again?
I don't know. I can't even think of any real good reason to go back again. And frankly, I felt a little creepy going back there. It felt like I was spying on people.
That's because you were.
You think you might try it?
Meh. Why go back to relive a day when I probably chose to sleep through most of it anyway?
So are you going to tell anyone about it?
If it comes up in conversation, I guess.
I like that. We're sitting on one of the greatest discoveries since Copernicus.
What did he discover?
I don't know, but it was probably big.
I think this is bigger than whatever he discovered, but go on.
So we're sitting on something that's even bigger than whatever Copernicus discovered. And we're not going to tell anyone about it.
Well, for now at least. Let's wait and see if you start growing a third arm or something before we start blabbing to everyone.
That makes sense.
And another thing that's really important is the grip. You gotta get your fingers right on the seam. But even when you get all the fundamentals down, one of the most important things of free throw shooting is mental. You gotta be able to block out everything. The fans, the other team, even your teammates sometimes. You gotta be just you alone in that gym, hitting that free throw.
Unhealthy. Here come the doctor.
And that's why I use grade A salted butter. No chef worth his salt would use anything less. And that's what we're going to use to grease this pan.
Be kind. Be kind. Be kind to the ones you love.
This has been another explosive episode of Tussleville Talent Tonight, and it's not over yet. We've saved the biggest surprise for last. Alyssa Caitlin Pouliot is in the studio tonight, ladies and gentlemen. She's done with yet another music residency in the big city, which means she has a little time to visit her old friends in Tussleville. I personally haven't seen Alyssa in 2 years, but I still clearly remember how great she looked in her white flowy blouse, black pants, a black cardigan, brown leather high-heeled boots with fringe, and some nondescript ankle socks. Let's hand it over to the amazing Alyssa Caitlin Pouliot.
I'm a big city girl, been all over this world, fortune and fame. You probably know my name. People love to hear me sing, but they don't know about one thing. I'm broken-hearted, 'cause I miss the small town where I started. I'm lonely, even though my name's up in lights. I'm lonely for a town filled with snow and ice 6 months of the year, but I still love it here. And before I go away, I hope I can find a reason to stay. I hope I can find a reason to stay. I hope I can find a reason to stay. I hope I can find a reason to stay.
What's up, Mom?
Walter, there's some men here and they want to give me a light bulb. Should I take it from them?
Yeah, those are good guys. They work for a charity that's dedicated to keeping people out of the dark.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
That was such an impressive performance last night.
Yeah, well, what's more impressive is that you got my outfit right from 2 years ago, all the way down to the socks. I must have made quite an impression.
You always do.
So what's on the docket?
I'm taking you on a tour of Tussleville.
I grew up here, Walter. I know Tussleville inside and out.
I think big city life has made you forget how great this town is. You need a little refresher. Maybe it'll give you a reason to stay.
We'll see.
Tussleville Lighthouse. Sure, it's real tiny. Sure, the light isn't so bright, but it's our lighthouse, and it's tough like we are. It's the site of the best fireworks display in the region, and best of all, it's been immortalized in everyone's favorite schoolyard verse. You remember, let's do it right now. Oh, say, can you see more than 5 feet on a foggy night at the Tussleville Lighthouse?
What does it even mean?
Nobody knows for sure. My theory is it has something to do with a fireworks display that was interrupted by thick fog. Tussleville Candy Shop is a definite reason to stay in town. The only place on earth that still sells candy cigarettes.
I thought those were outlawed.
Well, they never got the memo here.
How long have they been on these shelves?
Don't worry about that. Candy cigarettes never go bad. Let's get a whole carton.
Good idea.
Exactly what's so important about this basketball court?
This basketball court is the site of the game where Poopy and I beat Jonathan and Andrew Pollard in 6th grade with the clock ticking down by 1. Poopy threw it to me at the top of the key, and then... Give me another shot. It went in 6th grade, like this.
Just when I thought you had a point about me staying in Tussleville.
We're the only people at this beach. We're the only people at this beach. They're busy working hard mid of the week. We're the only people at this beach.
Beach pizza. I do not want to hear you talk about your big city pizza. There's no better pizza than Tussleville Beach Pizza. Look at this stuff. Oh, magical.
Why do they put provolone on a perfectly good slice of cheese pizza?
That's just the way pizza's done around here. You take a perfectly good cheese pizza, you put a slice of provolone cheese on it, you cook it, and you eat it. Nothing better.
Nobody else came out here to play in the miles of sand and sun and gulls and waves. They just didn't have the time.
And of course, the number one reason to stay in Tussleville, the beach. Even on a cold day like today, there's nothing better.
We're the only people at this beach. We're the only people at this beach. They're busy working hard mid of the week. We're the only people at this beach.
Another reason to stay in town? The Trailhead Troubadours. Where else but in Tussleville can you wander into the woods and find music this great? Take it away, boys.
I got no need for coffee, I got no need for tea. All I need is hot chocolate with whipped cream.
Hot chocolate, hot chocolate, hot chocolate with whipped cream.
When I've got hot chocolate sitting in my mug, it makes me feel warm and cozy like when Odilon gives me a hug.
Hey, hot chocolate, hot chocolate, hot chocolate with whipped cream.
Hot chocolate warms me up, but I must confess I even drink it in the summer, cause hot chocolate is the best.
Hey, hot chocolate, hot chocolate, hot chocolate with whipped cream.
That was wonderful. Better than anything I've seen in the big city.
That's for sure. The Trailhead Troubadours are as good as any band around.
That's right, but we're not in it for the competition or the broadcasting. We're just in it to make great music.
That's what it's all about.
Did Walter show you enough reasons to stay in town, Alyssa?
It's been a pretty great day. We even got candy cigarettes.
Tussleville Candy Store is the only place I know that still sells those things.
Stay in town, Alyssa. Stay in town.
Stay in town, Alyssa. We quite like being with ya. When you go away, we'll miss ya. And we hope you will stay right here in Tussleville.
Bye, Alyssa. Bye, Walter. Stay in town, Alyssa. Stay in town.
Oh, hey, Poopy. You okay?
How'd it go with Alyssa?
Oh, went real well, thanks. You alright, Poopy?
Well, I've been alone with my thoughts all day, and I couldn't even fall asleep because my thoughts were so intense.
Go on, Poopy.
You know how Uncle Dan used to speak to us when we were kids?
Yeah, because kids can see ghosts or whatever he is.
Right. Well, I was thinking, we stopped seeing him about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean he's not still there, floating around lonesomely in the beyond. It breaks my heart to think about it.
That is pretty heartbreaking, Poopy. You're right.
Remember that picture of you and me and the cousins by the fireplace?
Yes.
We gotta find out when that picture was taken. Then I want to go back to that day and see if I can talk to Uncle Dan.
I wasn't able to interact with anyone when I went back, but maybe when we're in the beyond, we'll be able to interact with other people who are in the beyond, like Uncle Dan.
Exactly. Go to your parents' house tomorrow, see if you can find the picture. Someone might have written the date on it. It's eating me up inside. We gotta save Uncle Dan.
Alyssa.
Hi, Walter. I'd like to reserve a spot to perform next week. Your tour inspired me to stay a few extra days at least.
You got it.
I'm working on a new song that'll blow everybody away. I'll need you and Poopy to help me with some of the vocals.
Can't wait.
Oh, is this it?
No, it's at the fireplace, but we're not in costume, and it's me, Poopy, Buster, and Melanie.
Hey, it's Stick Boy. Remember him?
Just barely.
We met him at the pond one day, and he loved sticks.
He saved Melanie from drowning at the pond. Then we never saw him again.
Oh, there's Stan and Janie. She lost her engagement ring, but he still married her.
1940. She thought she lost the ring during a picnic. They searched all over, but couldn't find it.
Ooh, there it is. Please be dated, please be dated.
I always put the date on my pictures.
1986. And we're almost 2 weeks away from the exact anniversary. Is it okay if I hang on to this for a little while?
Of course you can.
What's this all about anyway?
We've discovered that Uncle Dan died while returning from the past through a rock that he called the Magic Spot.
Oh, is that how it happened?
Pretty sure. Anyway, Poopy thinks Uncle Dan has been trapped in a dimension known as the Beyond, unable to move on to the next plane of the afterlife because he died before properly acclimating on his way out.
Isn't that something?
Sure is. Now that we know the exact date of when we last saw him, Poopy wants to see if he can travel back in time and talk with Uncle Dan. Maybe even figure out a way to save him from his cruel fate.
That would be so nice. Oh, look at that, yeah. Never could that.
What if your mom wrote down the wrong date? Things like that happen sometimes.
Huh, then it means you have a harmless journey into the past. Then you can come back and we can figure out some other way to save Uncle Dan.
That works. Well, we have a show on this night. It's not our next show, but the show after that.
Yeah, but I think that'll work because those gatherings always happen in the afternoon. So you can go back in time, try to talk to Uncle Dan, and then come back in time for Tussleville Talent tonight at 7 o'clock.
What if I came back on the show?
With the remote broadcasting equipment.
That's what I'm talking about.
I still haven't grown a third arm. You think it's safe to proceed?
Yep.
Let's do it. It'll be the most dramatic event in broadcast television history.
It'll forever change everybody's understanding of time and space.
Hiker, Mommy? That's right, honey.
It's a hiker.
So, this is some kind of magic trick you're proposing here?
It's magical only in so much as it's something we never previously considered to be possible in the natural world.
Well, then we'll be making television history. I'm in.
Can you have all the equipment ready in time? We're just 2 weeks away from this.
I'll order it right away.
Hi, welcome to Tussleville TV. How can we help you?
Hi, my name is H.
H?
Yes, H. It's always been my dream to work in broadcast television. Can I work with you guys?
Well, none of us get paid for this. This is more a labor of love, but if you don't mind working for free, we'll find something for you to do.
Thank you so much.
So, are you looking to be behind the camera or in front of it?
I want to be behind the camera.
Great timing. We're going to go remote in a couple weeks. We're going to need all the help we can get.
Oh, say, can you see more than 5 feet on a foggy night at the Tussville Lighthouse?
Oh, say, can you see more than 5 feet on a foggy night at the Tussville Lighthouse?
I'll be back next week and I promise this will work.
She gave an amazing performance last week, and I'm so happy to report that she's still in town. Please welcome Alyssa Caitlin Pouliot.
I've been all around, I've done the work, I've done the hustle, and I've always found my way back to the Ville of Tussle. Where to next? Gotta make my choice in the next few days. New York,
No way.
Detroit,
No way.
Quebec,
No way.
Reno,
No way.
I need a reason to stay. Oh, Tussville, I've never found a better place.
And we know she never will.
Oh, Tussville, I've never found a better place.
And we know she never will.
Oh, Tussville, I've never found a better place.
And we know she never will.
Oh, say, can you see more than 5 feet on a foggy night at the Tussville Lighthouse?
Beach pizza, provolone. Hot chocolates taste like home. Neighbors, friendly neighbors. Nice 6 months of cold and snow and ice. We got waves crashing away on a summer's day. She will feel betrayed if he don't give her a reason to stay. Give her a reason. Give her a reason to stay.
Give me a reason to stay.
Give her a reason. Give her a reason to stay.
Oh, Tussville, I've never found a better place.
And we know she never will.
Oh, Tussville, I've never found a better place.
And we know she never will.
Oh, Tussville, I've never found a better place.
And we know she never will.
Oh, say, can you see more than 5 feet on a foggy night at the Tussville Lighthouse?
If poetry worked for Uncle Dan, maybe poetry will work for me. Dear Alyssa.
Thanks for coming, Walter. Hadley was insistent that we gave you these pictures.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Hadley. These are very impressive.
How did it work with that whole Uncle Dan mystery?
Turns out we were right. He was definitely a ghost when he taught us those poems.
How do you know?
Well, for one thing, Buster definitely remembers Uncle Dan being there. That's a 3-to-1 vote in our favor.
If you all saw him, why didn't I?
Well, that's because you had already turned 10 when that happened. Once you turn 10, you can't see ghosts or spirits or people from the beyond anymore.
I used to love being the oldest cousin, but now I feel like I missed out.
Also, I learned that the poem was directing us to a magic spot out in the woods where there's a rock that takes you back in time. I used it to go 2 years in the past, and next week, Poopy's gonna use it live on our TV show.
Awesome! We'll be sure to tune in.
Alyssa.
I got your poem.
And?
With everything that's happened in the last couple of weeks, I feel like I have a reason to stay. I've
I've got to go back to the big city for a few days to collect my things, close my accounts, and the like. But before I go, I need to be sure you mean business.
Oh, I mean business.
Good. I mean it too.
That Tussaville song was amazing. What a moment.
It was more magical than any performance I've ever done in the big city.
There's just something about this town.
There sure is. How did you figure out what I was wearing 2 years ago?
I'll give you one guess.
Did you track down a security camera from a store we walked by or something?
Nope. I recently discovered that there's this magic spot out in the woods by Agony Ridge where there's a rock that will take you back in time. I used it to go back to the day when we went on that date and to see what you were wearing.
Huh. That was my second guess.
Okay, H, let's see if this works. Can you hear us? How's that earpiece feeling?
Really good. It's really comfortable. And
Okay, what happened there?
I don't know. We lost the feed or something.
Well, she's gone, but the trees are still there. This is kind of weird. Well, let's go out there and see what went wrong. Put the monitor back into the news feed, and let's go.
Hey, Tussaville, we're getting closer and closer to springtime. We've seen melting snow throughout town. Isn't it wonderful? Of course, it's still pretty cold. It won't be beach weather for quite a while, but there is reason to be optimistic, especially on Tuesday when we'll be seeing a very unusual weather event. It'll be a seasonably cold day in the morning and in the afternoon, but then in the evening, we'll actually see the temperature going up. I know this doesn't happen every day, so enjoy that brief preview of mild spring-like weather because it is going to be fleeting.
So, what happens when I get to the beyond? How does it feel?
It feels like nothing. Everything should be the same, only you won't see me anymore.
All right, here goes nothing. 1986!
You can't read my book.
Okay, kids, I'm Uncle Dan, back from the beyond, and I'm ready to hear that poem. Tell Melanie we're ready to start.
We're about to start, Melody! Be careful at the magic spot. Do not use it when it's hot. In the cold, there's none to fear. Stand on the walk, announce the layout. Within your past, can't change the day. Come back cold and acclimate.
That was very good, kids. But Uncle Dan has some business to attend to in the beyond. Bye-bye.
I've got another cooler in the van. I'm gonna go get it.
Another cooler?
Yeah. I'll just be a minute.
Another cooler, huh? How many beverages do we need for this broadcast?
Well, I guess she just wants to make sure we're hydrated.
All right. That's a warm breeze.
Don't tell me. Are you one of those kids in there all grown up?
That's right, Uncle Dan.
You look like Poopy.
You got it right, Uncle Dan.
Is this your first time in the beyond?
Yes, sir. And can I just say, being here with you right now, on this porch, this is the greatest experience.
Sure is. Of course, year after year, It gets to be a bit much.
And that's why I'm here. It was eating me up inside to think of my poor Uncle Dan stuck in this realm, unable to escape. Is there anything we can do to get you out of here?
I wish I knew. I've tried everything.
Are there any secrets of the magic spot that you can share with me?
I only just figured out how to make it so that children can see me here.
How did you do it?
It was this stick here behind my ear.
Uh-huh.
A couple of days ago, I climbed this tree closest to the magic spot. I don't know why I did it. I was just looking for something to do to fill up another long day and beyond.
Uh-huh.
While I was up there, a man and his child walked by on a hike. The kid saw me, but the man didn't, so I took this twig with me. I walked around town. Kids could see me, but adults couldn't. I don't know, I think the cutoff age is maybe 10.
Absolutely. So you wrote the poem and taught it to me and the cousins in the hopes that one day we would figure it out.
Looks like it took about 30 years for you to figure it out. But for me, it was just a matter of moments.
How long have you been trapped in this realm?
In 1974, I went back in time to 1940.
Why 1940?
I was looking for my aunt's missing wedding ring. I was hoping I could find it, and then present it to my sweetheart.
Walter and I had a similar scenario with the bouncy ball that I lost under a rock.
Anyway, the transition back to 1974 didn't go so well. I didn't acclimate properly. My 1974 body died.
So you've just been hanging out in the beyond for 46 years?
That's right. Let's go for a walk.
How much time until Poopy comes back?
45 minutes.
Plenty of time. Alright, I'm just gonna grab my last cooler.
You sure we're gonna need 3 coolers worth of beverages? There's only 3 of us here, plus Poopy.
Yeah, you know, I'd feel a lot better if everybody had beverages.
Alright, yeah, you do what you gotta do. A 3rd cooler? Is she crazy? Sheesh. Thought it was supposed to get colder as the sun went down.
I gotta get back to the magic spot. They're expecting me to return a little after 7 p.m. How do you think we should proceed?
I'll keep trying to figure out ways I can get free from this fate.
So I guess we'll keep looking for signs that you're trying to communicate with us from the beyond.
Perfect.
Keep teaching us that poem for as long as we're young enough to hear you. We only remembered it because you kept drilling it in our brains during these family dinners.
Sounds good. I've got nothing else to do.
See you later, Uncle Dan.
Hopefully sooner than later.
Hello, and welcome to a special edition of Tusselville Talent Tonight. For the first time ever, we're broadcasting outside of our studio location. That's because we've invested in some state-of-the-art remote broadcasting equipment thanks to the joint efforts of our director, Jimmy Overstreet, and studio manager, Mr. Hitchens. As if that weren't enough, something even more amazing will be happening very soon on this very rock. Until it does, I'll try to explain to all of you why my Uncle Dan considered this to be a magic spot. This is no ordinary rock, ladies and gentlemen. Rather, it's a portal through which you can travel back in time. Don't adjust your TV sets. You're hearing me correctly. This rock is a time machine. All you have to do is stand on the rock and announce the year that you want to go to. It needs to be a year during which you were alive. Upon making that announcement, you will instantly be brought back in time. It will be the same date as the date when you left. You'll be free to walk around and observe that day from a previous year until you're ready to return. When you do return, you'll be extremely cold. That's why you should only use the magic rock in winter. That's why my Uncle Dan died on this very rock of hypothermia on a hot summer night. The difference between his body temperature and the air temperature was just too much. His body couldn't acclimate quickly enough, and he died. Well, his body died, but his soul has been trapped in the past ever since, where he can only be seen and heard by children. It's a realm that he calls the Beyond. The sudden warmth that has reached town today has caused me to feel a bit alarmed, because I think of my cousin Poopy. For right now, he is in the year 1986. But any minute now, we expect him to return. I just hope my cousin can acclimate properly.
He's here! Acclimate, Poopy, acclimate!
He's back from the Beyond, folks, and he's cold. Oh, so very cold. I must help him acclimate. Acclimate, Poopy. Acclimate, Poopy. Acclimate. Acclimate. Come on. Acclimate. Come on. Come on, Poopy. Acclimate. If this remote equipment is working right now, I beg of you to help my cousin Poopy by sending along your good vibes for him to fully acclimate. Acclimate, Poopy. Acclimate. Acclimate, Poopy. Acclimate. Acclimate, Poopy. Acclimate.
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 Poopy, acclimate.
Acclimate, Poopy. Acclimate.
I've acclimated.
The ice seems to be doing its work, ladies and gentlemen. Thank goodness for our new intern, H, who was so adamant about bringing what I thought was a rather excessive amount of beverages for everyone at our remote broadcasting location. Although, now that I look, I see she had plenty of ice, but she seems to have forgotten the beverages altogether. Regardless, I'm just glad the ice is here. It's helping to slow Poopy's transition from bitter cold to mild and spring-like. How are you feeling, Poopy?
I saw Uncle Dan.
Poopy has definitely acclimated. And is it true what I just heard? You saw our Uncle Dan, Poopy?
That's right, Walter. We had a great conversation. He confirmed to me that he, in fact, did go to the Beyond many years ago on that fateful day when he couldn't properly acclimate.
With the change in weather, Poopy, I began to wonder if you might suffer the same fate as Uncle Dan.
Absolutely. I mean, we should have checked the forecast. It's just a good thing that you had all that ice.
I wish I could take credit for that, Poopy, but it was really our intern H. I'm not sure where she went, but she saved the day. You know, normally this show runs for a full hour, but we have a lot to unpack here, ladies and gentlemen. So, if the remote equipment is working, could the people back at the studio please continue the show with the on-call entertainers who are there? And from Agony Ridge Woods, this is Walter Moore and my cousin Poopy signing out.
Where did she go?
Yeah, we gotta fit. Where, Jimmy? Where's H?
I don't know.
Where did she go?
Tusselville, oh Tusselville, the land I love so much, the land of hard-working friends and families. People who pledge allegiance in the most distinct way. Oh, say, can you see more than 5 feet on a foggy night in Tusselville Lighthouse? A playground verse passed down for generations, so old that no one knows where it originated.
She's not over there.
Yeah, she's not around here either. There was always something mysterious about her.
Yeah, right down to the fact that her name was H.
Yeah, well, wherever she is, I think she'll be okay.
2052!
Alright guys, check this out. This is the raw footage. No special effects, no nothing. Stick falls out, H is gone.
Uncanny.
Wow.
I don't know how to explain it.
I'll be right back, guys. Hey, Mom, what's up?
Walter, I have a problem. The light went out over the sink. Can you come over with a bulb?
What about the bulbs that those guys donated to you, remember? Their mission is to make sure that everyone always has a plentiful supply of light bulbs in their home.
Oh yes, we can use that. Thank you, Walter.
All right, great. Bye-bye.
She's got the stick behind her ear, touching her skin. Stick falls away, girl's gone.
So, what are we dealing with here? Is H trapped in the beyond just like Uncle Dan?
I don't think so. I think it means that people from the future can interact with the past if they use a piece of the tree closest to the rock.
Did Uncle Dan tell you that?
No, but I talked to Uncle Dan in 1986, right after he discovered the power of the tree. Maybe he figured it out since then, or maybe he never figured it out, or H figured it out, or will figure it out in 2052.
Poopy would have died if she hadn't come back in time to save him. I guess Poopy did die in her version of history. But now, she's changed it for us.
So, when we heard her saying 2052, that was her on the rock returning to the future?
Makes sense to me.
So why could we hear her?
Good question. Because when I was in 2020, I tried talking to you, and you couldn't hear me.
I guess when you're visiting the past and touching the rock, people can hear you. In addition to that, if you're visiting the past and touching the tree, people can hear you and see you. There are many different rules to this magic spot, and I think we're only beginning to grasp what it all means.
So where does everything stand with Uncle Dan?
He said that when he figured out a way for us to save him, he would figure out a way to tell us about it. So we gotta keep our eyes and our minds open to any potential message he might be sending. Mind if I grab a nap?
Of course. You know, if we recorded the broadcast like we recorded the test run, we would have even more footage to analyze.
I know, but there's just something magic about how we don't do reruns. If you don't catch it live, you don't catch it at all.
I'm just saying.
It's not even online. It's only available for people within 30 miles of the transmitter. I don't know, I just think there's something kind of magical about that.
With no replay available, no one will believe that we were able to bring Poopy back from the beyond on live TV. They'll just say it was some kind of trick.
Let them say what they want. We know the truth. Jimmy, what are you doing?
I'm just raising the curtain so I could hokey the rest of the studio.
Wrong rope. This one's connected to that speaker up there. That could have crushed you.
Oh man. Thanks, Walter. That could have been bad.
Oh, hello guys. Didn't hear you come in. Welcome to Tusselville Studios.
Just doing our rounds for the light bulb charity.
Of course. Jimmy, these guys are from a charity that gives out free light bulbs. Isn't that nice?
That is so nice.
I just got off the phone with my mother. She had a light bulb go out in her house, and she didn't know what to do about it until I reminded her that you guys had given her a free light bulb.
That's nice to hear. That's exactly what our charity is all about.
If you're donating one to the station, I could put it in the equipment room. You can never have too many.
Oh, yeah, well, we actually ran out of light bulbs before getting here.
Oh, okay.
Well, as fans of your show in particular, and the station in general, we figured we'd pop in and say hello since we were in the neighborhood.
Isn't that nice? Well, this is where it all happens. I'm the host of Tusselville Talent Tonight. Jimmy here is the director. You might recognize Poopy. He's taking a nap over there. He's the DJ. He does all the music, and he also co-hosts with me.
Well, we'll let you get back to whatever you were doing.
We're just glad that speaker didn't fall on you, Jimmy.
Yeah, me too.
So once Poopy acclimated, our intern H disappeared because it turns out she was from the future and she had only come back in time in order to save him with the ice. It was quite an event.
That sounds like an exciting show. I wish I could have seen it.
Let me give you a little more whipped cream.
Thank you. If only there was some way to preserve these episodes. I don't know, like recording them?
Not you too. The show is fine how it is. If you don't catch it live, you don't catch it at all. So, was it hard packing up your apartment?
Not so much. I travel light.
I hope this move home is a permanent one.
I missed this. I never had a fireplace in any of my big city apartments.
Just one more reason to stay in Tusselville.
$1991. Uncle Dan! Uncle Dan!
1992.
Uncle Dan! Uncle Dan!
1993.
Uncle Dan! Uncle Dan, come on, Uncle Dan! You said you liked hanging out at the magic spot. Uncle Dan! 1994.
That was quite a show last week. I'm glad Poopy acclimated.
Pretty dramatic, eh?
Did he really go back and meet with Dan?
Yes, he did.
Can Dan really communicate with children?
Yep, absolutely.
When my nephew was 7, he told me that Dan told him to draw this. Do you think he was sending me a message?
Yes, that is definitely a message of love from your sweetheart. There's the ring that he was trying to find for you, and there's a picture of the two of you at the magic spot together. Tess and Dan.
I knew it. Dan Port. When my nephew was 7, he told me that Dan told him to draw this, to draw this, to draw this.
Thanks for coming, Walter. Hadley was insistent that we gave you these pictures, that we gave you these pictures, that we gave you these pictures.
Wake up, Poopy. I think Uncle Dan's message for us is on the refrigerator. What? Oh, I think that Uncle Dan was using Hadley to communicate with us through these pictures. What? Look, number 1, it's a picture of you sleeping on the magic rock. Then, apparently in some sort of dream state, you're gonna meet Uncle Dan. And then you'll pull him out of the beyond through that dream state back into the year 2022. What number was that? That was 3. Here's 4. Ring. He wants you to go with him to find the ring that he was looking for Tess so many years ago. 5. And then apparently he's gonna perform on our show. He wants to sing a song, and yeah, look right here. These are the chords to the song. I can play that. And then apparently after that, he's gonna beam up into heaven.
That's a fine kettle of fish.
So I guess if you fall asleep on the magic spot, you enter some sort of dream state wherein you can rescue a person who's trapped in the beyond. Who knew?
He's got little clocks on each of these pictures. Looks like he wants me to meet him at 5 p.m. tomorrow and get him to the studio in time for 7 p.m. after we grab the ring. I guess I'll rest up till then.
When I learned that a sleeping person could save me, I knew that you were the man for the job, Poopy.
What do I do, Uncle Dan?
Just grab your uncle's hand and pull me out of the beyond.
Hey guys. You're really good at sneaking up on me.
We're going away.
Ah, that's too bad. Well, thank you for providing the people of Tusselville with extra light bulbs.
We just wanted to say hello one last time before we go.
Ah, that's so nice. Thanks again, guys.
Say, we won't be able to watch tonight's broadcast. Is there any way that you could record it and maybe replay it sometime?
Sorry, guys. Part of the magic of the show is that we don't do that. If you don't catch us live, you don't catch us at all. Bye-bye.
Please, Daddy. Wait. Would you do this for us?
That's right, Daddy. We're your sons. And we're about to go back to a time where you're not around anymore. All we have is the legend of what's going to happen on tonight's show.
We want tonight's show to be preserved, so we and everyone else
can watch you and Mom and Poopy and Uncle Dan and the whole gang do what they do best.
Not to mention, this will be a piece of television history.
And it'll be worth a pretty penny in 50 years. Why, your grandchildren will be well taken care of with the money we make from licensing fees.
I don't know, guys. It kind of goes against everything we've stood for as a show.
Trust us, Daddy. You'll regret it if you don't.
You've told us the story about tonight so many times, and it always ends with you saying, if I'd only press record.
Well, it was real nice meeting you guys, and I guess I'll be meeting you both again real soon in the future. Hello, Tusselville. We are back in the studio after last week's remarkable episode in which my cousin, Poopy McMillan, returned live, on air from the beyond, back into our realm. As you may remember, he nearly died from being unable to acclimate to the temperature change. Luckily, our intern H dumped some coolers of ice on him with me in order to slow down that acclimation process before she herself used the power of the magic spot to return to whatever year she came from.
It was 2052.
My director, Jimmy Overstreet, is informing me that it was 2052 that she returned to. Anyway, Poopy's alive and well, and he brings with him an amazing guest. Before I hand it over to him, I'm going to ask Jimmy to press the record button for this next segment. That's right, folks. This moment is so historic that we are going to break our own rules by preserving this for posterity. Now, Poopy, take it away.
Thanks, Walter. It would take most of the runtime of this show to get into all the fascinating details that led to this moment. But the person I'm about to introduce simply can't remain in our realm of existence long enough for me to get through it. So let me simply say that it is an honor to introduce to everyone here Tusselville's favorite son, a man who always brought light and joy to the people around him. A man we all thought we would never see again. please welcome my uncle, Dan Port.
Thank you, Poopy. Thank you, Walter. And hello, Tussaville. Don't adjust your TV set. It's really me you're looking at. On the day that my body died, my soul got trapped in a different realm called the Beyond. I thought I'd be there forever, but I was finally able to make contact with my nephews, who made this very moment possible. Now, before I go into the next realm, there's one quick song that I'd like to perform for you. I was trapped in the beyond when my body died in the magic spot, 'cause it was too hot for me to acclimate. I roamed the beyond year after year, wishing my girlfriend could hold me near. Her name is Tess, and she is the best. My niece and nephews came to the rescue, so now my journey can continue. But before I bid you my last adieu, there's something that I must tell all of you. The magic spot might tempt you a lot, but please don't give it all of you've got. 'Cause if you waste your time staring at the past, if you waste your time staring at the past, if you waste your time staring at the past, you're gonna miss out. You're gonna miss out. You're gonna miss out. You're gonna miss out. Baby, you're gonna miss out. You're gonna miss out. You're gonna miss out on the joys of the present. It's almost my time to move on to the next realm of existence. But before I do, I'd like to send a very special message to a very special lady. I hope she's watching. Tess, my earthly body died when I went back in time to find this family heirloom that was lost for many years. I wanted to give it to you so I could ask for your hand in holy matrimony. It didn't work out for us, and maybe we'll be so lucky as to be reconnected in the next realm. Tess, I'm sure you'd agree that this ring would be better in cementing a relationship in the next generation. I hope I have your blessing when I present this ring to my nephew Walter. Walter?
Yes, Uncle Dan.
Walter, from the beyond, I've been able to watch this on-again, off-again drama between you and Alyssa for almost 30 years. Do me a favor, kid. Give her this ring so that once and for all, she has a reason to stay in this wonderful town.
I will, Uncle Dan. Alyssa, Caitlin, Pouliot, will you marry me?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
What a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Walter and Alyssa have finally decided to tie the knot. And it seems that Uncle Dan went on to the next realm. What excitement. What drama.
Well, the show is far from over. I can't promise that the rest of it will match what we've just witnessed. But if anyone is going to get to that level of excitement, it's J.P. McD, who comes to us today with another exciting spoken word piece.
Oh, say, can you see more than 5 feet on a foggy night at Tusselville Lighthouse? Was it my imagination? Or just see a little hint of green popping out of a tree branch the other day? Spring breeze came up just last week, nearly killing my friend Poopy as he tried to acclimate after his journey. The days are getting longer, and now we're starting to wake up. Soon we'll be reopening the shops and the restaurants and the beachside hotels. Hibernation over, time to get back to work.
I've been all around, I've done the work, I've done the hustle, and I've always found my way back to the Ville of Tussle. Where to next? Gotta make my choice in the next few days. New York,
No way.
Detroit,
No way.
Quebec,
No way.
Reno,
No way.
I need a reason to stay. Oh, Tussville, I've never found a better place.
And we know she never will.
Oh, Tussville, I've never found a better place.
And we know she never will.
Oh, Tussville, I've never found a better place.
And we know she never will. Oh, say, can you see more than 5 feet on a foggy night at the Tusselville Lighthouse? Beach pizza, provolone. Hot chocolates taste like home. Neighbors, friendly neighbors, nice. 6 months of cold and snow and ice. We got waves crashing away on a summer's day.